All right, let's get started. So you might be wondering why the heck I'm making this video. And I promise you, I'm not doing this out of spite. And I promise you, this isn't a hidden secret that I'm doing, right? We are actually going to be telling you, if you don't want to hire us, how you can do exactly what we do for free. Now, I know that might come to a shock to some people where you're like, oh, there's a catch. I promise you, there's not a catch. You see, at our company, if you've seen any of our videos or in our description or whatnot, you'll see very quickly that we do not gatekeep. That is actually one of our core philosophies, is to not gatekeep or withhold information from you guys, or tell you like a blanket statement of something or the blanket topic and go like, but if you actually want to see how to do this, you got to pay money. There's no paywalls or anything. We are completely transparent. We want you to know what we know. We genuinely just want to help you guys. So if you want to see how you can help your business get more reviews for free, well then keep watching this and you won't have to hire us. Now we're gonna get right into this video, and before we do, I just wanna break up the 3 segments that this video is actually gonna be kind of segmented off as. The first portion of this video is going to be what it is that we actually do. The second part of the video is going to be how you can implement that stuff for free. And the third part of the video is what are the actual benefits that you can get from following this and implementing these things that we do. All right, guys, so getting right into it on what we actually do. So again, what we do is we specialize in reviews. Now, the reason we don't say we specialize in getting reviews is because that's only one portion of actually what our services entail. So when people ask us what we do and we say we specialize in reviews, that means it's broken up into 3 things. These 3 things are, as you see here, request, respond, and repurpose. Also, I apologize for my horrible drawing skills. So starting on the first segment of request, obviously that is getting reviews. Now we do this in a couple of ways, but the main way that we do this is with your or our client's customer list. Now, for the sake of obviously safety and security reasons, I cannot show you what our customer list looks like. However, what I will say is this is probably one of the most, if not the most important aspect of what we do as far as getting reviews. So as you see here, this is an example or a template or a preview, I guess, of what our emails and SMS entail. Now, you might be a little confused, right? So essentially, what we do is we partner with a charity. So every time one of our clients gets a review, that goes into a donation to getting meals to the homeless. Now, our clients aren't directly paying for this. However, we allocate a portion of what they're paying us anyways for our services to then go and help this charity. So they are indirectly paying for charity, and they also now can say that they're helping charity by helping us. So anyways, our clients will send out an email just like this. Obviously, it's masked as their name, but it really is us sending the email. Now, I know it might look a little weird at first because this is a template, but what we do is, for instance, we have what's called a personalized image. So for right now, we're just using this logo for the purposes of this video. However, we have clients that also like have a picture of themselves and they're holding up a whiteboard. And what we do is every single time that you send an email or text out, what this does is actually see right here where it says contact first name, it'll put that contact's first name. Again, this isn't a good example because we have a bunch of words here. We normally wouldn't use this, but in the instance with someone holding a whiteboard out or chalkboard or whatever, it looks like they actually spent the time and wrote that person's name. So let's say I'm sending this email out to Jack and Nancy. Nancy's gonna get this same exact email, but it's gonna say to Nancy, and Jack's gonna get the email and it's gonna say Jack. So that is a really cool portion of what we do. And again, all they would do is they would just click on one of these stars or the link, and it takes them right to our customers' Google My Business review profile. So they can just leave a review right there. Now, another way that we also help request reviews is adding to this list. Now, adding to the list, we use a site called Zapier. And all we use Zapier for is we set it up to where whatever point of sale system they have, most of the people use Square. Every time a customer pays and they're a new customer and they put their information down, they go right into our system, which then will ask them to leave a review. So that's how we kind of get a cycle going for requesting reviews. Other creative ways that we also do is we can provide QR codes that people can scan. However, with Zapier and our list, that's already given, you don't necessarily need those. However, QR codes is a keyword, and please stick around for a little later in this video because I will be talking about them. So the second portion of our specializing in reviews is then responding to those reviews. You see, responding to reviews has massive importance and people don't even realize it. I'm gonna tell you guys a story that a client once told me. So on a call, I was talking to a prospective client at this point in time, and they were telling me about how they had gotten a very negative review. And like most of the bad instances, it wasn't necessarily this business's fault. This lady does alterations and whatnot, and a customer refused to come in so they could personalize the alteration. This customer was just insistent that this lady cuts off 5 inches for this alteration. So of course, this business and this lady cuts off the 5 inches and sends it to the customer. A week later or so, the customer absolutely complained, saying this is the wrong size, it doesn't fit like I wanted to. And the business was like, well, I wanted you to come in because I told you 5 inches might not be what you think. However, the customer was not happy and they actually left a really mean review or negative review on their Google My Business. Now, on this prospective call, I said this obviously isn't the best thing, but you can use this and make it a very good opportunity, because responding to reviews, yes, I'm double circling it, can really help, especially with those negative reviews. Because now when people go on and see the negative reviews, if you actually respond to those negative reviews, what you can do is you can turn that negative review, again, bad drawing, and you can turn it around with a good response, and you can make it a good experience. So an example of this is, let's say you're going to the review section of a business and you see a really negative, like 1-star review, and it said, the hostess was really mean to me. But in that same review, you see that the business responded to that and said, I really apologize for the inconvenience. That hostess actually doesn't work with us anymore. Or you can say whatever you want, but you spin a positive light on it. And then all you say at the end, or the business says at the end, is, we really are sorry about this experience. Please come in and we'll give you a better experience, or something like that. If you respond positively, that customer viewing this negative review, but also viewing that you actually responded to the feedback and improved, that also helps you improve the chances of that customer going like, oh, you know what? They actually are trying to improve and they're not just letting these bad reviews go. So that's why negative review responses are very important. Now, review responses in general are very important because Google wants to know that you're actually using your Google My Business and interacting with your customers. A great way of doing this is actually responding to reviews that you are getting. Now, our service actually automatically responds to reviews for people, because we know at the end of the day, it does take a lot of time and a lot of extra time as a business owner to sit down and go through the reviews and actually respond to them. So we take that burden off by automatically responding to reviews for people if our customer wants that. This then leads into the third part of what we do, and that is repurposing. So again, we've had request, respond, and what repurpose does is now we actually take those reviews, and what our service does is it turns those into social media posts. Because if you're posting the good reviews on social media, not only are you shining the good experiences people have with you, it's also kind of a subconscious either competition factor, or they're like, hey, I want my review to be shown. So now people might post reviews just to be highlighted on your social media. But again, it is really important to actually share these good reviews either on your website and especially through social media. And what we do is we automatically can set up a social planner where it can take the reviews and put them right on the social media of our client. So now that we covered what we do, and that's request, respond, and repurpose, let's get right into the second portion on how you can start implementing these things for free.
All right, guys, now that we've gone over the first portion of what it is that we do, now we're going to move on to the second portion of how you can actually implement this stuff for free. Now, I do want to say the second part of the video is not going to go over the respond and request portion of what we do, because again, for responding, all that we're saying is you're just going to have to manually respond to reviews. You should get emails from Google when you get reviews. If you don't, just periodically check for reviews. And then again, repurposing, all you can do is it's as simple as a screenshot and you can upload that to social media. So with the second portion of the video, in the second segment of how to implement these things for free, we're really talking about how you can implement strategies for free to get you more reviews instead of using that customer list like we said. Now, what's actually really ironic is we have a video for exactly what this segment or portion of the video is, and that's how to implement this in your video for free. So please click right over here
to actually watch that video, and I go a little bit more in depth. However, you're watching this video right now, so I am going to briefly go over how you can implement in your business what we do for free. So the first thing you need to implement in your business, especially it's completely free, you don't have to hire anyone, is staff training. Now, again, if you want to go see more in depth on all the staff training stuff and all the things I'm about to talk about, please go watch that video I mentioned. It's also going to be in the description. But staff training is extremely important. It is the first step you have to do to start getting more reviews. And when I say staff training, all I mean is telling your staff and training your staff to every time they have contact with a customer or individual or whatnot, they just simply make sure they're having a good time first and foremost, and then right after ask for a review. Now, I don't mean this scenario. Hey John, how was your meal today? Oh, great, awesome. Leave a review, please. All right, no, that was horrible acting. I'm sorry for that. But no, that is not what I'm referring to when staff training and training them how to get more reviews. And first and foremost, all you have to train your staff to do when they ask for reviews is just ask the customer, hey, did you have a good experience? Was our service good? Whatnot. From that, if the customer responds with, yeah, we had a good time, then all your staff has to do is just to go like, okay, hey, it would really help us grow, or it would really help us get to continue to provide good services if you just left a review. Boom, that's it. Staff training, right? All you're doing is you're just training your staff to specifically go out to customers, especially ones who had good experiences, and ask for reviews. The next thing you can do to start doing this for free is using social media. Now, I know everyone's been probably hounding your ear. Use both social media. Do this, do that, do that, do that. Get more views, get more likes, whatnot. And while everybody is right, they're on the right track, right? You do need to use social media. You need to use it in a specific type of way. You're not trying to go viral every post. And a lot of times, the best thing you can do is just engage with your customers. Now, I'm not going to go into a whole course of social media and templates. Wow, that might actually be a future idea for a video. Anyways, right now we're going to be talking about how you can use social media to get reviews. And it's super simple. All you have to do is get your review link. Again, in the video I keep mentioning, I actually show you personally how you can find your review link. But anyways, all you have to do is get your review link, and then from that review link, you can just literally post that in social media and then caption it, whatever, have whatever creative you want. Just saying, hey guys, it would really mean a lot if you just left a review. Now you might say, no, that's not enough. That's not going to get people to leave reviews. But we personally have done this prior to us even implementing our most powerful system. And this was back when we were a social media management company, which I know is a big change from what we do now. But all I did personally was make a little graphic, super simple. It was like, thank you for your support or something like that. And then in it, I was just like, hey, it would really mean a lot to us if you left a review. That week, they got like 7 or 8 reviews. I forget exactly how much. Now, I can't say it straight up contributed to the social media factor. However, it is kind of coincidental that when we asked them for reviews through social media, they started getting reviews out of nowhere. So this all goes to say, use social media. You don't have to be an expert at creating ads or creating graphic design or any of that. You just have to somehow connect to your customers and just ask them, hey, if you like the services we provide, it would really mean a lot to leave reviews. And the third way today that we're going to cover on what you can do for free is QR code generators, or just using QR codes. So QR codes are extremely powerful because what they do is they allow you to simply just either with your phone or with a piece of paper, maybe a card, just simply someone scans it, boom, it takes them right to the review. This is extremely important because now people aren't having to type you up on Google, find your business, click reviews, scroll down, click write a review, and then write a review. All they're having to do is just scan it. It's right there, super simple, and it goes really fast. Now, this is extremely powerful when paired with the staff training. Because now imagine your staff, when they're asking about the reviews, asking how the meal is, now when they're like, hey, would you mind to leave a review? If the person is like, yes, and your staff just like, here, just scan this real quick. That instantly makes it so much easier, and the likelihood of people actually filling out reviews right then and there significantly goes up. However, if your staff is walking around asking for reviews and the person says, sure, they'll leave a review, and they're like, okay, just go to our website and then you got to find us, and then, yep, click, they'll write a review, yep. People are oftentimes just going to say, okay, I'll get to that later. And we all know get to that later means I'm not going to get to it later. So it's really important that you make that customer journey, is what we call it, as short as possible. So QR codes are extremely important. Now, I've seen people put QR codes up next to where they pay, on receipts. You can put them hanging on your walls. you can get really fancy with QR codes, right? I'm not going to tell you how to design them or anything, but I will say utilize QR codes. All right, now we are into the last segment of the video, and this is what benefits does all of this actually bring. Now, I am going to make another video in the future on why reviews are important, so please stay tuned for that. But again, today we're going to go over briefly why the things that we're telling you to do are actually important. Because at the end of the day, as a business owner, small, medium, or large, what you're looking for is how can this somehow correlate to profit. So I'm actually going to show you a quick chart that I made, and it shows you exactly why reviews are important. So as you see here, what I call this is the trust loop. You see what reviews do and why they're so important is they establish trust. Trust is extremely important in business because especially in today's day and age on the internet, people are looking for authenticity. Also, reviews provide another really key benefit that many people might not know about. What reviews do is they actually significantly boost your SEO. Now, SEO is a long term and has a lot in it in its own. However, super simply put, if you're Googling a business, let's say you're like food near me or something like that, whatever businesses pop up first in that first page are ones with higher SEO ranking. Now, please don't get this confused with sponsoring, because if you actually pay Google, you can sponsor yourself to get higher. However, SEO is completely organic. And so when I'm referring to SEO, I'm talking about the organic SEO. But what reviews do is they help you get more visibility, as you see in this first step. So as you gain more reviews, you then go to get more visibility, which increases your SEO. So now when people see that you have more reviews because your SEO is higher, so your restaurant is being shown more, this then leads to the third step of it builds trust. Because now people see that a lot of people are liking and reviewing your business, you're responding to their business, and what this does is it creates a sense of safety. Then with all three of these combined, this leads to attaining new customers, because now people, if they're looking for a business and they're like, you know what, I'll try this place, they have good reviews, and they pop up, hi, boom. Subconsciously, they might just click the highest one, which a lot of people do. And now what you're doing is you're attaining new customers. Now, if you follow what we've done and all these tactics that we've told you in the video, what you can do, as long as you provide them good service, obviously, we can't force you to give good service. However, as the business owner, that is obviously on your shoulders to provide good service. Now, that's kind of a given, so that's why I don't include that or tell you that. But obviously, as a business, you need to provide really good service. So once you provide that good service, and now you've implemented all these tactics, what you can then do is gain a new review from the new customer. And this cycle just continues. That's why I call this the cycle of trust. All right, so I really hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that I kind of covered everything. If I missed anything, please comment below. I'll make a new video, or I can make another video explaining more in depth. However, I really, truly, highly recommend that you click on that video mentioned earlier. Again, it's in the description. I'll put it in the end screen so you can find it there as well. So without taking any more of your time, thank you so much for sticking through and watching this video. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you like the content, and comment below on what you think, or maybe even future videos that I can do. And without further ado, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much.